Okay. Hi. When smiles are smiles and they're smiling all around. Okay. Hi, Maurice Attorney Investigations. This is the chapter that, I know literally nothing about. The other one, the last case we did, I knew the start of it. That I knew. I didn't know anything else. But here we are. And I don't know what we're getting into here. I am interested. I don't know what to expect. I mean, it's not for what it's worth, but just I'm enjoying the game so far, which I expected to, because it's Ace Attorney and I like those games. Did you know I've only played a fucking handful of them on my channel? So, I don't think there's anything else to say. I'm gonna open the game. Where is it? There it is. I'm just gonna let the music play while I pull it out. And by it, I mean my controller. Because I don't want to play these games on a keyboard. That feels wrong. Alright. Do-do-da-da-da-da-do-do. Sky. Why? Ace Attorney's opened. Let me turn off the music. Alright. Woo! Let's continue! Episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence, where we learned that Miles has actually known Kay for a fortnight, at least. Alleged, according to her. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. I don't even remember this is right, I think. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. That's the end of it. 7 years earlier. All right. When the fuck does Ace Attorney? Holy, wow! Whoa! Who are either of those? Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. Cool. Thanks for admitting it. Wow. Case closed. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it. Objection. I ask the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say? Who the fuck are you? You don't get it. Oh, I didn't even get to finish reading that. Fucking what? I didn't get to finish reading that. Oh, they're all shocked because of it. The Yatagarasu. It's the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Wow, Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu? That's exactly. Shut up, Mr. Rell. I think we've heard just about enough. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You've got to believe me. Damn, what the fuck? We got thrown right into it. We got thrown right into the fucking thick of it. All right. Huh. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, wow, that's crazy. New prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Wow, I was really not expecting to see the judge. That's crazy. We just talked to him yesterday, but 30 years later or some shit. It's not 30, but oh my god, wait, look at me. I'm all dapper and different. Ooh. September 10th. Oh. I wish they would tell you the year. I wish they would. September 10th, 3:20 p.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. So it's my first time here, I guess. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be... Can I go back and look at, your fucking whole thing? What was, the big thing? What was the big thing that was, Okay, objection. I asked the defendant just what exactly are you trying to say. Don't get it. I know the true identity. Oh, is that what he said? Okay, that's the thing he said that I didn't get a chance to read. Okay, got it. He's kind of hot. Anyways, and so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Ooh. Oh, this is Miles' first day in the sun? Edgeworth. Duh. Oh my god, is that am I covering him up? Am I covering him up? Also, the music is still playing accidentally. Oops. I'm not covering him up. Look at that boy! Look who it fucking is! I didn't expect to see Manfred over here. God damn! Look at you in HD, you fucking evil bastard! Woo! Oh god, what voice do I do for you? Edgeworth, I guess. Sir? Oh my fucking god, I didn't expect to see Von Karma. What the fuck?
Have you read all over the documents regarding this trial?
Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know.
Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, man freed from karma, will accept nothing short of perfection.
I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. Wow, he does look younger, too. I didn't even process that part. He looks younger. How old is Manfred by this point? He's 60. Damn, that's crazy. My mentor who's never known defeat in 35 years, a legendary prosecutor that you fucking know of. He kind of killed your dad. Anyways.
As I watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion.
Yes, sir. Okay. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, look at us. Ooh, we're all spiffy with a little blue on our little vest there. Ooh, this might be the best Edgeworth has ever looked. Let's go talk to Manfred again. I want to talk to him.
Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute.
Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct?
Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he had only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim is that the case prosecutor, Burn Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey.
Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Burn Faraday? I keep wanting to say Brian. It looks like, how old is he? 40 at this point? Okay. Mr. Burn Faraday.
Huh. He's a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense.
Nonsense?
He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court.
That sounds like something Yatagarasu would say. Huh. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law.
Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. I guess it was supposed to be like such individuals. I see. Like it was meant to be. Alright.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor, Burn Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma.
Cool, let's talk about the trial.
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that is written down in the case files.
Well then, explain the case to me. Wait, I don't know. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about.
Understood. Oh. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Cadopian embassy, which I assume is also a made-up country. unless I'm wrong. The victim, Mr. Died... That's not... Fuck you! That's not real! You made that up! This is a fucking kangaroo court, motherfucker! No way we're trying to figure out who killed Dead Man! Fuck you! Someone in chat said one of the last times we played that I was gonna fucking lose my mind at Case 4's dude's name. Oh my fuck, I didn't think it'd be that fucking bad! The victim, dead guy! The victim guy who was dead. That's so dumb. That's so stupid. All right, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna run with that, I guess. This is a definitely real person who definitely died in real life. Gotcha. Okay, that's the premise. Cool. The victim, Mr. Dead Man, was a staff member at the embassy. He had an unfortunate name. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel. Mackerel? Okay. Was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. Honestly, I feel like that name would be really stupid if not for that he was after Dead Man. It's like, oh my god. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Kadopian, I'm just gonna say Kadopian. That's what we're going with. The Kadopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu. But I mean, fucking look at him. His eyes aren't even symmetrical. But that he did not kill Dead Man. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie.
It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he is found guilty. And there truly is no limit to people's inanity. Inanity? I've never heard that. Insanity, I would have understood. I've never heard inanity. Is that a word or a typo? Hold on, I want to Google it. Inanity? I-N-A-N-T-Y. N-T-Y, there we go. Inanity is a noun that means the quality or state of being inane or lacking means or significant. I've never heard inanity. I've heard inane, but that's different. So, alright, sure. Inanity. There is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth.
Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. With a gunshot. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer.
Hold on. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu, Byrne Faraday.
That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing.
No! I'm sorry, Papa!
While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kadopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
The second KG-8 incident? I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Huh. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please enlighten me, sir?
Let's talk about the first one, how about?
Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original Okay, good, we are talking about that, perfect. Take a look at these documents.
This is a 3-year-old newspaper. KG Incident Overview. Reference materials regarding the KG-8 incident. I received them from my mentor, who I love so much. It's like they're really shoving it in your face that he's gonna regret all the thoughts he's ever thought about this man. Alright. Kadopian embassy staff member Manny Cochin found not guilty. The victim, Miss CCU, a shadow over the Amano group? Oh, the Amano group. What's his relation to the smuggling ring? Oh, we're still talking. Okay, we're still talking about that? Damn, that's crazy. All right.
Have you heard of the Amano Group scandal before? Or you have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yeah.
Yes, I have. Oh, he looked exactly the fucking same 7 years ago. I mean, I didn't think he would look that much different, but he still looks like Heihachi. Your trailer's about to come out in 3 days, dude. You gotta shape up, bro. You're about to be back in Tekken. Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Oh, it was fucking dude we found out. Okay.
Correct.
Interesting.
CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Cadopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes. A Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence?
If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. Like forge evidence, which I am known to do as Manfred von Karma.
To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated. And I love him, and I respect him as a man, and he would never do any wrong.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well.
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do an impression of you. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes, that's what the second one means! What are you talking about? Yet, there is one difference between the two incidents.
And what would that be?
The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone in an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu. I better find out more about this person that I'm about to learn more about. Yatagarasu. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Cadopian embassy, what could he or she or they have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or more likely to steal secrets from the Cadopian embassy itself. Since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police.
What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed.
Oh my god. Okay.
Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday.
Mr. Faraday?
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. Damn, it's really not looking good for him, huh?
He's the prosecutor for the case about the guy that he was just accused of being, and also earlier said that to get people who can't be affected by the law? Like, I'm just saying, it's not looking good for you, Mr. Faraday. You might be the Yatagarasu. I'm just saying. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Wow, I'm fucking naive. Oh, hello, small child.
What is it, little girl?
Uh-huh.
You're scary, mister!
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Thanks, that's exactly what I need.
Is that child be here to watch the trial?
How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore?
Oh, hey man. What's good? The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm so sorry.
I could have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
Huh. A proud one you are. Damn, we're doing the fucking finger thingy. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth.
Damn, we get to see the first time Edgeworth is in a case? That's sick and awesome. So does it just become normal Ace Attorney now? Do we get normal Ace Attorney, but we are the fucking... That's sick. Wait, I kind of fuck with it. That's so cool. So I just stand here, correct?
Yes, and you never, ever, ever move.
I should also cross my arms. Make me look more serious.
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention, dude. Don't say that part.
Oh, damn, I have legs! This is brand new for me! Oh my god, guys, did you see that? I actually walked! I moved from my chair! This is brand new in Ace Attorney lore! I have leg! Oh my god!
Holy shit, we're witnessing history today. I say we're witnessing. This game came out on the DS and I just never played it. That's the first time for me seeing the judge actually have legs.
Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended.
Oh my god! Oh, it's so weird seeing the judge be anything other than, like, the front fit. This is weird. I love it. We haven't had, like, oh my god, that's cool.
I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, there was someone celebrating a birthday.
Oh, oops.
Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson.
Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However...
Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness is a liar. Without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to?
It's an emergency, sirs! Faraday's got shot. Oh,
It's an emergency, sirs! Wow, I got the tan jacket back on. Wow. I haven't seen that since the trilogy.
There shall be no yelling in this sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove this man from the courtroom at once.
God damn it. Please. Wait! You have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor.
What?
What? Are you fucking... It's my first day out here, man! What the fuck are we doing?
alright, well, September 10th. That's not the right voice for that.
September 10th, District Court Hallway.
Young judges for justice. What the fuck? I must run out here and find out. Who the fuck are you, sexy?
Stay back.
Oh my fucking god! You are rugged! You are a rugged man! Whoa! Hey there! Shit, what are you doing in 7 years, bro? Fuck!
No one's allowed on the crime...
What fucking...
No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period.
Like Solid Snake ass, but not actually Solid Snake. Okay. Just who does this oddball think he is? You gotta get real used to oddballs in this fucking line of work, Edgeworth. This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Mr. Rel's defense attorney?
And his gumshoe. Hey, you, no running in the hallway, pal.
And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Let's talk to the lady first. I want to know what your name is. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know, especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. Stupid bitch. Don't take me for some naive novice. Oh. Huh? Do not take me for some naive novice. So you're a student of Von Karma. I should have. Those clothes are dead giveaway. Stop right there. These are the garments of one who is gallantly presents the facts. Oh, thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. Oh. Sister of Cece, I take it. Sister of Cece, which we don't have in our thing. We have Dead Man. We don't have Cece. Okay. I suppose she's not relevant to the case, really. My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then we were about to go head-to-head in court. But of course, I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. But of course, I've heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something fun? I'm just talking, girl. Anyways, let's talk about... enough laughing, let's talk about murder. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? Fuck you. What's so funny? It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such insensitive questions. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Cool. So, alright. So I wasn't supposed to talk to you first. I'm gonna talk to Gummy. Hello, Gumshoe. And you are?
Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs.
Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor.
A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal.
I've told you my name. Now, would you mind telling me yours?
Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first.
This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. And he's gonna fucking not be like that later. I mean, no, he kind of stays like this forever, I'm gonna be honest. I love him. Crime scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? Oh, this is so interesting. It's so interesting seeing this is the first interaction between Edgeworth and Gumshoe. This is interesting. This is like a fucking character study or some shit.
You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right?
I know that, but it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know.
Wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge.
Detective Bad? His name is Bad? Oh my god.
So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2.
Huh. So you were the one on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty?
Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, and then I kind of froze.
You're a detective, and a measly gunshot scared you that much. Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range.
Ooh, because it's your dad.
Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion.
Ah, Gumshoe's testimony.
All right, well, thank you, Detective Gumshoe. I have a feeling we'll know each other, but who are you? Who are you? You're apparently Bad. Excuse me, but who are you?
Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me?
Faraday requested me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple.
Mr. Faraday requested that you be here. Okay, let's talk about it.
I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid.
Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation.
Shit, he's got a point.
Can't back down here. I have a right to know.
Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid?
Is he threatening me? Holy fuck, he's pulling out a gun. Is he going for his gun?
Oh.
Oh, I'm pretty. Oh, whoa, mama. Hey, who's that? Who's that sexy man in the mirror? Oh, don't worry. It's only me.
It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that, asshole?
Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Macrell, was shot and killed.
Why does he look at me so serious when he's putting his fucking mirror back in his...
He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand.
Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2?
Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room.
If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct?
Maybe.
Such impudence! This guy really is testing my patience. I'm trying to a certain extent make Edgeworth sound younger than he normally does. Because how old is Gumshoe in this world? 20? He's 26? That's great. How old am I? How old is Edgeworth? Tyrell's he's 53. How old is Edgeworth at this point? Is he like 19 or some shit? Anyway, trail witness. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court?
Homicides aren't my only gig. The Adagarasu case is also one of my assignments.
So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics, in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not.
Well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours, son.
Son? I'm not your son, Pops! How old is Edgeworth in this case?
Miss you! There is someone here who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
A Cadopian Embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin.
Oh, the guy who killed your sister.
Oh. What's going on? Detective Bad and Misused Moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Cochin... I'll be right there. Damn.
It's nice to see you again.
Miss you.
I don't know what fucking voice to give you. What, like, he kind of looks like Willem Dafoe slightly.
It's nice to see you again.
Miss it. What is the fucking... Coward! We have a world to conquer.
Nah, that's some neat trick. That sense of yours. I guess that's how I'm gonna go for you. Nice to see you again. Miss you.
Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again.
Now. Actually, you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Are you about to be murdered?
Fine, let's go. Oh, hey, Manfred. I wasn't expecting your voice to be super serious, otherwise, or like, I didn't expect your voice to be super used, otherwise I would have made it less gravelly, but here we are.
Bad. Von Karma. It's been a long time.
I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception.
Do you know Detective Bad, sir?
Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on.
It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective, you stupid fuck.
It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-8 incident?
So I was right.
Just what is the man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. Can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile! I'll have proved his guilt in 3 minutes.
Von Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed.
Huh. Very well. Back on topic. Placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection! Oh. What? Wait. Oh my god, she's so itty bitty! She's so tiny! Oh my god, look at her! She's so small! Oh my god! What the fuck? Papa, how can you... God. Papa, how can you place him in charge?
Francisca, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation, what else? Damn, she don't got her whip yet. She just got like a little fucking... Like, I don't even know what that's called.
Francisca von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his, who's also junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me! And don't you forget it!
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you, never!
Why does she always have to be this competitive?
That's not gonna change. Is she not on here? Come on, show me. All right. Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Francisca to fucking be a pain in my ass. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad?
Yeah. I'm making it a little deeper. These two will be conducting the oh, what the fuck? Why both of us? I also forgot to do what?
These two will be conducting the investigation.
What? You want me to let both these kids loose on the crime scene?
Ha! This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills.
Crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in.
I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad. And I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth? Francisca! I leave this case to the two of you.
Yes, of course, Papa. Understood, sir. Fuck your curtsy. Yes, Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me.
Don't look at me. Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. Good. You're working with me on this. Awesome. Miles Edgeworth.
It's been quite some time, Francisca.
This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
I don't wear the Von Karma name. My name is Miles Edgeworth. It's not Miles Von Karma. I don't plan on marrying the man, or you, so get bent.
Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed a bit. Miles Edgeworth! As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
For crying out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter.
Alright, cool.
Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective.
Water. Oh, now my controller stopped working. That's awesome. Let's plug it back in. And then, there we go. That's just like him. He never fails. Almost suspiciously. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. How old is she? 13? How fucking old? Am I 18? Is Miles Edgeworth? I'm looking it up. I don't care. If I get spoiled, I get spoiled. Miles Edgeworth. Age. AAI. Case 4. How fucking old is he? 20 in a flashback case. What the fuck? That's wild. He's 20? He's also 20 in... There's a flashback case in... Oh, I guess, yeah, in the Trials and Tribulations. What the fuck was that? Okay. That's crazy. He's 20 in this? That's wild. Okay. Anyways. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be the most arduous task. Well, let's just go into the court. Damn. Damn, on top of each other? September 10th, 4:15 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? I mean, if this is how they fucking ended... Miles Edgeworth! You should listen to someone until they are finished talking. The fuck are you talking about, girl? I'll only say it one more time. Sorry, I was looking at the case and I wasn't worried about your bitch ass. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Yeah, you said that before. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly! I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Oh, hey, Bad. You kids over here. Kid? Kids over there, hold it. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Then you, prosecutor boy, and let's get your investigation started already, all right? Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child. All right, it's time to get investigating. Get our move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it would be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And that's where it started. What would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. What the fuck just happened? All right, begin investigation. Let's do this. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? I'm asking a question, asshole. Don't get fucking snippy with me. The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member, but never heard anything about the knife. Oh, it's a fucking butterfly knife. Cool, I have one of those. Not a real one, it's a fake one, but it's fun to fidget with. Anyways, Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Dude, Bad would hate me if I was Edgeworth. If Edgeworth was actually me, I was like, oh, it's a butterfly knife. I have one of those. Not a real one, it's a fake one, but it's fun to fidget with. Shut the fuck up. It's like, I don't care about your fake butterfly knife. Let's focus on the crime scene. There's no way he could have brought it in. Oh, wait, did I read this? I think I didn't read this. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. God, he's hot. Sorry, this guy's really hot. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... Is it possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of the prosecutorial evidence? He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? Forever? I don't know what that delivery was, but whatever. Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. God, it's so weird seeing this mindset. Looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is... Aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I've been saying this since I was 20, bitch. Alright, let's start with the bag of blood. Huh? Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good with this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? One of them is bloodstained, so it kind of makes me feel like that is the case. Yeah, let's look at the gun. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I never have to fire a gun, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Handgun was Faraday's evidence from the embassy staff killing case. It was found in his hand. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of like, smudge on his hand. What's that about? His hand is all black down there, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. You sure aren't making it? You sure you aren't making it up, pal? I would never make up something so elegant as a... Looks like Mr. Rell died with a knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used it as a weapon. Yup, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. Knife. I do like... Oh. Okay. Mr. Rell's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they weren't trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it!
Labby.
Yes, sir! We've taken the photos of the scene, sir! And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not.
What?
Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya?
Okay.
Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Cool! Welp, no doubt about it. Gunshot and knife wound. One person has inspected every single suspicious-looking thingy-bopper in Doodlebab. Okay, let's get this. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Alright.
Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own.
Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Damn, he's already alright. First of all, the world! And now let's just do the very obvious ink stain and the pen, and wow, we got it! Damn, even just that little snippet of him looks, you can see a difference between this version of Edgeworth and the one that we played last case. Because he has the bigger eye. That's so cool! Sorry, that was a cool little detail. Anyways, that splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen.
Ooh, let's ask the lab guy. Lab man, deduce!
Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand and the ink is the ink from his fountain pen.
I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it's just one time in my life.
Fantastic. You can say anything you want, but it's the context, whatever. If Mr. Faraday wrote with this fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well.
Okay, if you say so, pal.
I already know what it is. It's because the gun's in his right hand, which is not his dominant hand, which why would you do that? I think that was one of the cases in this game was why would he shoot in his non-dominant hand? Mr. Faraday is holding a gun in his right hand.
That's the one Mr. Rel got blown away by, right?
Labby, your answer. Yes, sir! We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun.
Ballistic markings
are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from.
Yeah, that's it. Of course. I already knew all about that, pal.
Maybe you'd be better off going back to the academy.
Come on, sir. Cut me some slack, will ya?
So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rel. Fell Mr. Rel. Okay. Hey, okay, we didn't make a... Oh, shit, my bad. My bad. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. Does the gun... So this doesn't say anything about... It was found in his hand. It doesn't say his right hand. Excuse me. Oh, my God. Okay, so what I thought it was going to say is, this says his right hand, but it's clearly his dominant hand is his left hand. That's certainly going to be what it's about, but it's interesting that they don't have it brought up yet. Let's look at the stab wound. Oh my God.
There's a knife wound in his chest here, see?
I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rel is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rel is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Okay. Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rel is holding.
Ouch! Yowza! What's wrong, detective? My stomach started to hurt from thinking about being stabbed.
Just keep your mind on the case, all right? God, I can't imagine spending 35 years with you. Shot in the chest.
And you're to blame!
I half expected Gumshoe to start doing that as one of the jokes. Just shot in the chest, and you're to blame. I did not commit this crime. No, I meant, never mind, pal. Like, I expected that to be the joke. And then just, in any case, takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round. He's been a detective for a week? Bro, that's so cool. I actually love that. Gumshoe's been a detective for a week. Edgeworth's been a prosecutor for an hour. That's cool. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Oh, that was literally... Yeah, that was the thing. It's like the guy who shot the guy... It was the Blue Badger. It was literally the last case where, like, they were like, well, he shot from this hand, which is not his dominant hand, and no one would ever do that unless he was holding something in the other hand. It's like, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm in my own world. I took a caffeine tablet right before this stream so that I would be energy. I would be energy. Point proven. Here we are. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Interesting. So then so the stab happened after? Wait, so by that logic, right? By that logic, the gun was shot first and then Rell went to stab. The stab was the retaliation. Faraday started the fight. Oh, shit. Interesting. Ooh, damn, I'm a better detective than y'all. I'm fucking figuring this shit out. I'm already piecing together bits that you're not gonna figure out for at least another hour. Get fucking bent. All right. Sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. That's so fucked up. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. I mean, to be fair, this is like before game 1 Edgeworth. He's a dickhead. Understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then, he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then, the two men fell together where they stood. But then why did... I guess he would have fell on first because he was the first. Okay, so they did know that. Or it wasn't an hour in game. I was still ahead of them. Fuck you. The two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. Crime scene notes. Notes pertaining to Burr and Faraday and Mackerel. I believe now... Oh my god, what the fuck? I keep skipping that I. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Oh. Hello, plastic bags. There's some plastic bags stacked up on the table. Alright. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Which goes along with what you said about not hearing a disturbance. Okay. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off? Oh my god. What's in the bag? There's some stuff in the bag, pal. I suppose it was Mr. Faraday's bag. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to any... Do you just not pay attention to anything you do? Oh, I thought it was do you. Okay. Alright. Well, the only thing I can think of is, like, put these together because plastic bags and plastic bags. Wait, that wasn't plastic... Whoa, what was that? Wait, that wasn't plastic bags. Neat and tidy table of plastic... Okay, it brings up the plastic bag. I'm gonna save before I fuck something up. I don't wanna fuck anything up. So let's just not fuck it up and use my power to fucking Kersplamo! Okay. There was a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case there might not be another explanation as to how... Might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related to... Oh, I thought it was inside. I'm a little stupid. Look, I'm not looking at it in real life. If it was in real life, I'd be like, ah, yes, outside.
Please get that blood away from me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on, let me ask the lab guy.
All right, please hurry. He did not hurry. There was a whole flashback.
Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said that they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either.
It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Okay, if you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal.
All right, plastic bag, yippee. All right, cool. I want to look at it real super quick. Damn, there really is nothing else about this that's special. Okay. This blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence? That's kind of fun. That's kind of funny. All right, let's look at this. All right, victim, Byrne Faraday, age 40, Macrell, age 32, time of death, September 10th, approximately 4 p.m. Discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. Remarks about the bodies, Faraday died of knife stab to the chest. Rell died of bullet wound to the chest. There was no gunpowder burned on his clothes, suggesting he was shot from a few yards away. There's the photo of them being on top of each other. I find them being on top of each other really fascinating, but I don't know why. I think there's something important to it. Oh, we can investigate the pen? Let's do that then. Okay. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using a very nice fountain pen.
That's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all.
Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine.
Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something.
See, okay, Edgeworth was saying that as like a douchey thing, but I think I want to interpret it as like he's trying to open up to him. It's like, well, you know, the pencil behind your ear does really suit you. Like in a genuine way, not like a dickhead way. That wasn't exactly a compliment to tell you. I'm ignoring that line. That line doesn't exist. Okay, is it dry or something? This looks like a quality nib.
Hey, let me test it out, pal. Ooh, this is really... I got ink all over my hand.
Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again. Oh, that's it? Really? There's nothing else to this? There's nothing else. Is that it? Really? There's just a useless little thing? Sorry, there's a bug that's like a little tiny little motherfucker that keeps flying around here and I'm trying to get it. Okay, really? There's nothing else. It's look at the nib, isn't it neat? Okay. And I can't look at the knife? What the fuck? Okay, I already looked at that. I can't even look at that. Okay, cool. I just want to clarify I was doing... Oh, there's more here, is there? I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. I already looked at all the wounds and I'm not gonna look at his face, but it says there's something. Oh, there's no... Wait, what? It says there's more to get from this. But then the line implies that there isn't. I mean, his face. First he killed the Cordopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself.
This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two.
Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Dead Man. Didn't exactly have a bright future.
Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something.
Detective's intuition?
Yup. Do you know about it? It's a special feeling that I'll detect.
We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Mr. Faraday, how ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse.
Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. Can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal.
Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes?
Yeah?
Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder.
Right! I'm on it, pal!
Oh, he's trying to, like, be supportive. At least that's how I took that. There's nothing else to really, like, look at, and I can't deduce yet. It literally doesn't give me the option to. Okay, so it was being weird about, like, specifics. This decorative plant foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around. I was doing just by myself. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. And then he ends up doing that. That's crazy. The window's open. Let's look at that. The window is open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air.
Yeah, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly.
Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change?
Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through the window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after the fall from the 3rd floor.
Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are iron bars on the windows? Oh, so...
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right?
They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. There's a TV here.
Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal.
Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one.
Let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge! Oh, what? And way too noisy. You're the noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of the detective's work.
Foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on.
I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other.
No, we can't conclude that quite yet. Oh, okay, there was something. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there was actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility.
No way, pal, really?
I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I won't rest until I've suspected. Okay, now do we? Yeah, now we deduce. The gun in his hand. Somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. What's the thing? Looks like it has... Okay, what's the thing about his hand, though? Where's the evidence of his hand? Notes pertaining to Burn Faraday. Does this say anything about the hand? I guess this, though, because it has the photo? There was a clear contradiction with the evidence here in this spot.
Really, pal? Because I don't see anything wrong here.
I was merely testing you.
Hey, pal! Don't make me arrest you for lying!
I guess I was mistaken. I should save before I fuck up again. Okay, well, my thought was... It's the dominant hand thing. What do I have in here? Just so I can... I only have the window. Got it. It's definitely his hand. I just don't know which thing is like... Fountain pen used by Faraday looks like it has a quality nib. Do I do that instead? And like use this on it, use this with his left hand, which needs to be his dominant. Okay, yes, I was right, it was wrong evidence. Now we come to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this! Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with this fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene.
Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen?
The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died.
Someone else?
Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete, and I only fucked up one time. September 10, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh my god, the camera was weird there. Here's the autopsy report. Here you go. It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that makes sense then. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. Okay, we got some updates. Cool. Looks like we now know everything we need to know about the case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course! The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back. Oh, shit, that's still her. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. Curtsy. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? It's all right. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Alright, we're going to do this now? Awesome, cool, sick. What happened? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. I think I immediately know, but I'm not super confident, so I want to look at everything. Shut up for a sec. What was the... I'm just gonna look at it when, we get to it. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. What did it? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look at for any holes in her theory. That's an... okay. Alright, what happened? What happened? Faraday's death is instantaneous, while Rell survived for a short time. For this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. I mean, fair enough. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Okay. Press. Hold it! Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report right here, jackass. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see? It's been documented clear as day. I love it. It's really interesting to see Miles, not being fully prepared, because he usually is the exact opposite. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. I'm gonna just press everything, fuck it. Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. Rell before being stabbed. You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. Bitch, I don't like you. And you're 13. You're more annoying at this age, I think. Hold it! Just got all that preteen angst and confidence. Fuck you. So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday. Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. So, if you could append your statement to your testimony. Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. Where is my room is neat?
Where is my the room is neat? Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Okay, well, it's clearly... I'm gonna save. Hold on. Your Honor, I don't want to fuck you uppy. All right, cool. Hold on. Son of a bitch. Remarks about the bodies. Faraday died of a knife stab to the chest. The shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Rel died of a bullet wound to the chest. There was no gunpowder burn on his clothes, suggesting he was shot from a few yards away. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot. The discovery immediately after the gunshot was heard. Blah 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 blah. No. One of the bags strewn on the floor, number 2, has Faraday's blood on it. Handgun, pen, KG8 incident. Do I just do this and be like, well, this proves that the room was actually blah, 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 blah. Objection! I wanted to try it because I have no idea what any of this yapping means. That's essentially how, that's the way you describe Ace Attorney. That's how that happens. It's yapping. Alright, let me see. From the get-go, they struggled, and Mr. Rel used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. So... okay, so this is the thing we clearly have to say is wrong. I'll just press it just to be safe, I guess. Hold it! About this statement. Mr. Rel used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see that they had a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do. That's what it's called. I was trying to think of the name of it earlier. How does one compare the damage her crop can do with the state of this room? Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you? No, that'll be fine. But that's the thing that I'm like, that's bullshit. Because we know the table is clean. So, like, do I do the crime scene notes? I'm not really sure. But I know that that's what we gotta say is bullshit. Objection! Nope. And I'm gonna keep cheating because I don't want to lose that point off of bullshit. Because I know this is the right thing to point out. I know this is the right thing to point out. I just don't know what to point it out with. Okay. They struggled. Oh, wait, fucking gumshoe. I'm so dumb, bro. I'm so stupid. Gumshoe, that's literally the first piece of evidence we got that's actually related to them dying, aside from the KG8 incident, which isn't relevant to this particular murder. I'm so dumb. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rel get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right there in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rel saw a chance and took it out at some point. So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rel took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed? Huh. Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? Hold on, wait, let me read it over again and actually think. Mr. Rel took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. Then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Yeah, no, that something is off. Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really? It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Because he died he died instantly. Take that! Which was the whole basis of your argument at the start, so what the fuck, girl? According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Oh, you got me. Stupid bitch. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. I played into her hand, didn't I? If we suppose that Mr. Rel attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rel. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
I'm surprised I was able to do all that in one take. All right. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. You stupid, stupid girl. Francisca, you've still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Abso-fucking-lutely, bitch. What? Why would I not be saying that? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is the order of events, the order the bodies fell, the evidence. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Oh, yeah, no, if Faraday died first, why is he under, yeah, the order of the body, I'm gonna save, I'm not confident, I'll be honest, I'm not confident, I'm gonna still save, order the bodies fell. Okay, let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then, the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled. You stupid, stupid 13-year-old.
No!
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene— I didn't get to finish my fucking thought, bitch!
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth!
What now? What even was my thought? Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve it— okay. What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly, I'll give her that. She's actually pretty solid. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Alright? What happened? Part 2.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in opposite order. It kinda does, though.
I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Alright. Rebuttal. Wahapa, part 2. There's just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. I mean, that's not exactly... it's not about that. Damn, I didn't even get to finish!
Pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad your trick only works on fools.
That wasn't my intent! I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rell.
Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So do you think you could hold on for a minute? Stupid ass! Ow!
Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on that whip of yours.
Or I'll hold on to it I'll hold on to it all right as I whip you.
Ow!
Well, now you've quieted down a bit, I'd like to continue if you don't mind. The two bodies fell into a pile.
I'm gonna keep pressing, I don't care. The two fell on top of each other. Don't you find that to be just a bit strange?
Not at all.
See it in her eyes. She's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart.
Miles Edgeworth, once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold
I'm gonna press that too, but I think I might have evidence for that. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rel while holding both the knife and revolver. And that revolver, bitch, that's a pistol. That ain't no revolver, the fuck? And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible. Oh, put that in your testimony, bitch. If you're so confident, put that in your testimony. Yes, it is possible, but... Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got. Oh, I fucking will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony. I don't see any point in that, but as you please. Fact indicates that they attacked each other at the same time from close range. No, they fucking don't. Which one is it? Is it crime scene notes? Suggesting, yep. Objection! Get out of here, girly. So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes. The firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Gah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation. What a completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool! If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? I'm gonna be honest, for some reason this Sprite, when I see the shine in her eyes, it looks like she's about to start crying. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's just what I see every time. The person that attacked first with murderous intent, that would be... Mr. Rel does have a history doing that, but Faraday does have some kind of motive to do that, being Yatagarasu. We're not supposed to know that yet, and honestly, that could prove to be wrong. Neither man feels like the ace attorney. Ha-ha, what a twist! I'm gonna say neither man, but if it's wrong, I'm going for Rel. Actually, I didn't really need to say that. I'm gonna say neither man. Oh, here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. Okay, I was right. Yeah, that's the ace attorney. Ha-ha! Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? That does make sense. Like, that's something I could have pieced together, honestly, but I didn't think of it like that. I thought of it, like, narratively, not, like, logically. Which is why I am not Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth is Miles Edgeworth. I am Mr. Finster. Very different person, in case you didn't know. But, like, we can't say that Faraday went first, because then how did he get the thing, and also how did he, you know, then the close range doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The same thing with Rel. If he went first, well, no, if Rel went first, Faraday died instantly, so he wouldn't have been able to shoot Rel, and Rel would have just been fucked. So, my fucking controller disconnected again. But so, yeah, no matter what, it doesn't really make sense. So neither man killed first. Interesting. Thus, there can be only one explanation. There was a third person here! It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit! Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. Can you explain away how the two of them fucking miraculously cheated logic and physics and everything else to kill each other? Please, I'm dying to know how that happened. Exactly everything you said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you
prove that there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there is a third person involved? Give me a second, I need to look through everything. There was no sign of a struggle. Handgun found in Faraday's hand, bullet that killed Rel fired a few yards away. Knife, I believe Faraday brought this as evidence it was found in Rel's hand. Fountain pen. Crime scene notes. Discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. Remarks about the bodies Faraday died. I feel like it's the bag, because like... Because there was no sign of a struggle and everything else is neatly placed, so why are these ones there? You know what I'm saying?
Take that!
Yeah. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his oh, both of those would have been okay. Alright. These two items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single people struggle.
If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground.
Meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around.
Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. Eat a dick. I fucking knew it. Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
Who the fuck was that? Was that fucking, you? Oh, it was.
God damn, he's got legs! Look at him, he's got legs and like an animation and oh my god, it's so cool! What the heck is up with you, pal?
Mr. Bad, I advise you place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Interesting development. We'll see how it plays out for her.
What?
What's the meaning of this? Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority it was all a giant lie. Bold. Oh, I was really trying to figure out which voice that was. I was like, Edgeworth? I've never heard that name. Which voice did I give them? All right. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain himself. I saw with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway.
What?
You see, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday?
No! Of course not, sir!
It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. Looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle.
Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth or so help me.
I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest! I really was really there! I was in the hallway the whole time!
Hold it! Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? God, he's so fucking hot. Sorry, it's really throwing me off. Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. Oh, I think I very much do. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? Motive for the murder, why he wasn't in the hallway, state of the hallway. Detective Gumshoe, I take it that no one else was in that hallway at any time, correct?
Huh? Oh, of course not, pal!
You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me?
Watch your mouth, pal! You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence.
I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point.
Miles Edgeworth, how can you be losing a battle of wits with this detective? You're a disgrace!
I'm just starting, bitch! Back the fuck up! Maybe I should ask about something else. What should I ask? Okay, let's talk about motive. I suppose the one thing I'd like to clarify is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. I need water. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything?
No, sir! Not me! Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir!
Is that a fact? Damn, that's her voice. That's not what I expected from her at all. I'm gonna keep doing the voice I was doing, but just is different. You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling ya, I am not lying!
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. Because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. Oh, good. Perfect. Gumshoe's motive. It was about a week ago. What, pulling out the makeup for what? Okay. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there, super pale, as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? Deadass? Deadass, that's your logic? Okay, let's see how that works out for you.
You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge.
Quiet. We can't trust anything you say.
Sir.
There's nothing wrong with the motive she's proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misused perfect explanation may not be so perfect after all. And I'm about to prove it ain't perfect. This fucking dude, this pop filter is not tall enough. I mean, I've known this, but I'm just stating it. It's not tall enough, so there's like a little gap where I can like there's just that tiny bit there. Gumshoe's motive. All right, let's do this. It was about a week ago. I want specifics. I was thinking if that's even at all something to talk a week ago. Then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintances. No way. Only met him in person today. Then how did you know about Detective Gumshoe? Oh, I've seen him around before. Saw a detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday.
Hold it!
Okay, but then that contradicts what... Bitch? Mr. Faraday was upset. Yeah, you know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. But there he was, totally beat red in the face. And the offending detectives just stood there, pale as a ghost. Like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right? I'm completely innocent, I tell you. That's a poor man. There's quite the scene with the detective. What's the pun in her name, by the way? Callisto you? Callisto you? No, nothing's coming up in my head. We don't even get a name for the judge. We don't get an age for the judge. This is fucked up. This game's fucked up. It's quite the scene with the detective. Okay. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit." You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier. I knew to steer clear of him. No way! I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face! But you do! Huh? What have I got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth, and those ridiculous eyebrows. Huh? Oh man, messing with your head is just too much fun. Miss Yu, if you don't mind, I'd like you to return to your testimony now. Sure, why not? A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut? That's reason enough for a grudge. I don't know about that. To cut a new detective's salary right off the bat like that. I'm gonna sneeze again. Alright, we're good. I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that a common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too? No. I suppose I did. It's only natural to cut a worthless detective's salary down to their actual worth. My father can even fire anyone new or old with a snap of his fingers. Do you think maybe that's the reason enough for a detective to hate you people? Well, I guess. They really shouldn't cut people's pay. Detective bad. Don't tell me Mr. Von Calmer cut your salary earlier. Then you have a reason to kill him. Well, is that for a perfect explanation?
Hold it!
Not that perfect, honestly. You call your explanation perfect. Is it not to your liking? No. Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, so something you want me to clarify in that case? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Raise an objection, yeah. Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. Oh, this is gonna cost me a point. Alright. Let's see here. How Mr. Faraday was killed. Motive for killing Mr. Rel. Because he doesn't have that. Faraday and Gumshoe's relation. We know that. I guess his motive for killing Rel would be like a witness, but how Mr. Faraday was killed. You still haven't explicitly established how Mr. Faraday was killed. Objection? Going senile already, Miles? Mr. Faraday was stabbed to death with a knife. Not that, what I meant to ask, how were the two men killed when they were in the guarded room? We're going to find that out very soon from Gumshoe at his interrogation, boy. Okay. But I definitely do want to raise an objection. Question is, what, like... Hey, oh, okay, I was thinking, you know, witness, but I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel? His motive for killing Rel? Like I would know. If there's no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What? But that's impossible. She must know something. Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh. Didn't even do anything and you're already laughing away. Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as we had a motive to kill one of the two, the crime would have played out the way it did anyway. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Is that requisite trait for you being a Von Karma? Miles Edgeworth, demand that you shut this rude woman up. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids. Oh, new testimony. Like a whole new one, cool. Motive to kill the men. there's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rel, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both the men? Let's take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. I'm assuming this, right? Reference materials regarding the KG8 incident. I received them from my mentor. Oh, well, I guess maybe not that. But wait, whoa. Whoa. Wait, this is interesting. Wait, hold on. Wait, but none of this makes sense. None of this really adds to that, right? Victim Brian Faraday, immediately after a gunshot was heard, Faraday... See, that has nothing to do with motive. Oh, wait, this might be hard to figure out, because... Who would have... Since Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using a very nice fountain pen. Okay, but the tip... We already did this, what? This looks like a quality nib. I bet it's no match for my beloved feather pen. Oh, that's... Okay, that's everything that you have to say there. And that's fucking it. Cool. Alright, this is still just as useless as it was when I started the... Hello. Son of a fucking bitch. What the hell? I mean, we know that... We know that... What's his name? Faraday was the prosecutor for this case, too. There's nothing here that really says, like... Okay. Let's take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. The only evidence we have for this morning's case is that. And gone. And, like, that's fucking it. We don't have that much evidence. The second KG8 incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member, and the two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them? I guess. I guess we're... Someone out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel? You, though, right? I can't present a profile because that's not how this game works.
Objection!
Yeah, you do. Miss you, I believe there's something you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. Oh, it's either her or the guy who killed in the last, in like, the fucking, what's his name? Manny Cochin. He would kind of, right? I guess. I don't know. We're about to find out. We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect of the original... Okay, yeah. He was the suspect of the original KG8 incident. And a member of the Cadopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right. The very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Cadopian embassy staff, Mr. Rel. And the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men? Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two. You covered for me, pal! Makes it sound like you did it, but go on. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin. Miss Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak out. Hold it. You want to investigate coaching? You'd just be wasting your time. And why is that? What is this music? Hold on. Ooh, it's got very nice vibes. Okay. Coachin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so.
No way, come on, Detective Bad, you've got to believe me, sir. It really was in that hallway the whole time, sir. Never took a single step into this room, sir.
Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway?
No, there was... Oh, God. There was no one else, sir.
Then why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is one incredibly foolish detective, standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt.
I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. If that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up "I spaced out while on duty" or the like. I guess you got a point. Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation.
Detective Bad, you're bad at your job. Is that why your name is Bad? Because you're bad at the job, not because you're a bad boy, and also you're really hot? I can't get over how hot he is. Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa.
And that, as they say, is that, right, everyone? Ho, ho, ho! They even made me say ho, 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 because I look like Santa Claus.
Oh, so it's just us in the room and also NPC Man.
Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh?
No. Before we do, Miss Yu, there is something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it?
Oh, well, I'm supposed to... Alright, let me just... Hello? So, what did you want to ask me about the KG8 incident? The current case of the murdered Cadopian embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG8 incident. Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG8 incident. I'd appreciate it if you stop with the false accusation. False my ass, your sister was killed. Baseless outbursts are useless, both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
I think you can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me.
I don't like you. You are going to be my most hated defense attorney. I just know that you're going to be the top of that list. I hate you.
If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related the KG incident she is. Alright, present the goddamn her sister. Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof on your connection to the KG8 incident. That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the victim? Your connection to the KG8 incident is through the victim. I don't know why you thought that would be hard to prove. You both have the last name Yu. There's no such thing as a common last name in the Ace Attorney universe. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. You. Can you really tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Not with a straight face, apparently. Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such serious look on your face that I couldn't help but... Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. All right, I'll tell you everything I know. Perfect! As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU, as I thought.
And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree. All because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it all from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with? Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think that this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Damn, this got really serious. Real quick. Or not serious, but just like toned down. Why did Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he arrived. He figured he should say hi. And one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with that scary face already. I'm fine, really. Give him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping and as she laughs away is kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around, and people in the gallery claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. I hope by the end of this case he gives us a real belly laugh. I really want that so bad. I want it so bad. Give him one belly laugh at the end of this case with her. There you go, making that face again. Oh well, I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. The KG-8 incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, that Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly this case is far from over. But whether or not that the detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. God, it's so I know I already said it. It's so interesting to see the different style of Edgeworth that's so, like, far gone from who he is now and what he represents. It's so interesting. Okay, I was debating if I'm going to keep going. I'll go on a little bit longer. September 10th, 4:45 p.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. Sir, what is to become of the trial What is to become of the trial into the Kodopian Embassy staff member's murder?
Indeed, since both of them both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here permanently.
Looks like you'll have to wait just a little bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while.
Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member and the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete.
An outrageous circus.
Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it.
Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation.
Whatever for?
I know that there was already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there was not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt.
The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection.
What?
Papa? Who do you think this is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I, we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
Then you're allowing us to continue?
In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning.
We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we?
It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Papa sounds better than Papa. Francisca, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved in this case. Before I do that, however, I am going to be right back. I'm going to just do stuff so that I can... Let me save before I actually, in case something happens. I'm going to save, and I'm going to go on my BRB screen. I don't know why I'm still doing the Miles Edgeworth voice. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I kept... I was doing, one thing, and it's okay, wait, I actually need to do this first. And then I kept getting distracted. And so, things kept coming up. We're good now. We're going back to the actual game. I don't know for them. Oh my god. I don't know for how much longer, but we're gonna go back. He is enjoying himself so much. All right. Let's talk to you first. Miss you.
Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you?
Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you?
You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Francisca von Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family name.
About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are.
What? What are you whipping me?
Anyway, it looks like they're just planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. There's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask you.
Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with the lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you.
What exactly is so funny?
Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere.
Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school.
Whew.
I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Cool, let's ask about what is that something. So I take it that you are... I don't know where I... So I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-80 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident? How many motherfuckers here are related to that incident? That's right. He was the... He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about.
I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. How does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister.
You're making a super serious face again.
I'm fine, really. Just making a point to rub in some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs is it's fucking weird. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given the two would meet up every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. Let's start with the time of the murder in Macrel. You claim that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess?
We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. Cool. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk? That's right. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody... When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So, I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. Alright, let's go to the next... Hold on, I need water. Alright. Macrel. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu. Is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out, Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up? Mr. Rell's crimes were caught on tape by the security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the Kodopian embassy itself.
Hold on for just 1 second! Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him?
Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable. But they are no match for us, Von Karma. I don't believe it, you're serious!
Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for the leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. You're not denying such thing either. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Well was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. And now we'll talk about Yatagarasu. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about the character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money. You know. I don't know why I forgot to do the you know.
Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives?
You really don't know what the fuck you're talking about, huh, Francisca? You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Damn! She said you're basic. In actuality, you're basic. That's crazy. Francisca, be careful about who you whip. She was carefully whipping. Oh, there, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. That just now was hilarious, little missy. Of course it was. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight? Sorry, I don't know why I went super gravelly there. And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it in that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. Huh. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Oh good, my voice is definitely gonna like that. Sorry, felt like something was on my leg. Okay. Oh my god, wait, that was a thinker statue. Y'all couldn't see it because of me, but there was a thinker statue. Holy shit. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch! As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal. I swear on my honor as a detective. I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer from me, would ya? I would have done so even if you had not requested me to, detective. But let's talk about your motive for murder that definitely exists and is real, and you definitely are a killer, as we all know. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. But by the time I got down to the Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech. I remember doing the exact same thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere schoolchild. Anyways, during the recess, you claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and who from whom? Earlier, at around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty. Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. That was such a... So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Why was it so slow? Alright, what's the next step? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope, not a thing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage. Wait! You can't do that! There's nothing of any particular value here. Well, the handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? God, hands off, pal! Just show it to us already! Yo! Annual bonus checks within $5 total, except there's no check inside. You've had your look now. Give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective.
I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope really special to me. Now give it back. You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later. How could you? Okay, annual bonus envelope. Detective Gumshoe, it's annual bonus of $5. Literally had no money on him until he cashed this. Oh, person's coming up.
I'm sorry, but I need to take him for questioning now.
I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe.
Understood, but please make it brief, sir.
Oh, okay. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Present? What am I presenting? You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yup, not even a single ant passed through the hall while I was on duty. That's a fucking lie. I saw them on the windowsill.
Do you realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself?
Huh? Oh, but it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys beyond what I can even imagine.
So he intends to continue telling his ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobbies is in order. Okay, well, they're gonna take him now, so I can go do... Hey...
You! Oh! Oh my gosh, she kicked me in the dick! Okay, it was... she kicked me in the dick! Oh, right in the peepness! Oh! Ah! Oh, why?
What? Oh. Is that what she's doing? I don't know. What the fuck is that? How could you have not noticed that coming?
Ah! Was it that the child I changed the money for earlier?
Thanks! That's exactly what I needed.
Kids can sometimes be so cruel. Ow, my balls!
Looks like she dropped something. Swiss roll? Swiss roll dropped by the mysterious young girl. Says courthouse special on it.
Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
Can't believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet.
I believe I've asked all I need to of this man. Now, for Detective Bad and the judge. We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right?
I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next, then.
I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisca? I want to look at the Swiss roll. What the fuck is the point of it? Courthouse special Swiss rolls. This is being sold somewhere on the premises.
I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse.
So no doubt you'll find junk food like this on a restaurant menu, Francisca.
Well, then where do you sell these things, huh?
A convenience store, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth.
Where in the world did this come from? Can we see can we open it? Can we, look? I'm so curious, because it says courthouse special, Swiss rolls. What are we talking about? Okay, whatever. I suppose, okay, let's go. Hey, man, can I go through? Can I go through the door?
This area is restricted for authorized personnel only.
If I'm not authorized personnel, then what, may I ask, do you think I am?
The younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship?
Damn!
I'm not the younger one, he is! Now get it straight in your head.
I believe there's a more objectionable part you should be upset over, Francisca.
She is not... I am not under 13. Fuck off. She's 13. I am not under 13.
Hey, dude, let me in. What's the matter, officer?
I've been standing here forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom.
Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it?
No, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I'm gonna be blamed for anything that might happen when I'm gone. So I'm gonna hold it.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all. So I had to figure out a way to, like, get in here. That sucks. Okay, this is the courtroom. I was like, really? It was that easy? All right, I want to go up here. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Ha-ha! I'm the judge now. Guilty! Not guilty! Ha-ha! This is fun. All right. All right, I've had my fun. I'm going to go now. Do-do-do-do. This is weird, actually. Hold on, I want to look at it again. This is bizarre. Let me look. Thank you. This is bizarre. You get to actually see. This is where the prosecutors stand. This is the... That's so... It's really interesting to see it like this. And, like, you can actually see, like, this is where someone else sits. And this is the judge's thing, and it's like, that's cool. It's cool. I love it. And that's where everyone is, and, like, they do the humana thing. Okay. Sorry, I nerded out for a sec. Okay, Miles Edgeworth!
Yes?
What's the meaning of this bulletin board? Why are there so few trials posted? It would appear that the entire week is devoted to Mr. Rel's trial. Is the crime rate really that low in this country? Or maybe the police lack the proper motivation to get out there and catch the criminals? I'm afraid I can't comment on that. However, I can say I have my doubts about the younger detectives. Sounds to me like they're in need of a strict hand. And I'll start my discipline letter with that pathetic, filthy-coated detective. I feel bad for the big guy. And yet I can find no suitable reason to stop her. Oh, that was the way to the... Oh, I thought the... Never mind. Okay. September 10th, District Court Hallway. So, did you see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defendant of the law.
That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions.
Anytime, detective.
Now, if you'll
excuse me, I have a few loose ends I need to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right?
My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see, Mr. New Prosecutor.
What the fuck? Wait.
I see, Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Von Karma, Miles Edgeworth, and Miss Jen...
I bit my tongue. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title.
Oh, very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony.
Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I would like to ask a few questions about what exactly you saw.
Yep. All right. After all, it is my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law.
I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Begin investigation. Are you gonna follow me now? Nope. Okay, let's just talk then. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
Do you suspect me of something?
No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor.
Very well. You may continue with your testimony.
Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony.
I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. And unfortunately, I will literally never have one. Okay, well, time for the murder.
Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom.
Great.
If you go take a look through the window at the end of the hallway, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom.
That seems very not good.
When I was going into the restroom, that detective Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore.
You could have fallen over or something. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's why my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off.
Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Ho! Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Not inaccurate. Alright, let's go look at the ants. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking thingy bobble and doodlebab. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such a comparatively large object to their size.
Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants.
Same goes for you, Francisca. Really? There's nothing about the ant? Alright. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. Like a balloon or something of that sort. I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is a litterer running loose inside this courthouse is simply unforgivable.
Don't whip me. It's not like it was I who littered.
Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin. Don't do it!
Cool, are we done now with that? Thank you. Window open. That's not what I fucking... Window open. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom. I can't see it. At your height, I'm not surprised. Don't whip me again. I guess short people have feelings too. Wait, hold on. I want to get a screenshot of her saying that, or of him saying that. Sorry. I guess short people have feelings too. I want that for not even for thumbnail. I just want that image. Okay.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. Didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit in the head with one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case.
Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. I fucking didn't when I clicked it, but alright.
Oh, well then I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related.
We're gonna find out, I fucking guess. Okay. Oh, I can look down? There's a handprint. Let's look at the whatever this is.
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Ooh, the detective. He claims that not a single ant slipped by.
Yeah, I was gonna...
I'd get... Here's a whole hill of them.
Don't whip me.
What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective.
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and sweet smell, it's a piece of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Oh, like the...
Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times. I didn't do it! It wasn't me that dropped the food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean.
Alright, anyways, cool. Glad we had that. And the dirt on this bench smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I believe there is someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame!
Hold it! Calm down, Francisca. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge kind of look like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench.
Ah, I see. Then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
You there, lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to?
Sir, yes, sir.
We got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And do we know who they belong to?
Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. So he sat down to eat a fucking sweet roll. My god. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so. Now I know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Alright, cool. We're all done here. Because I saw this. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. What do they got in here? Hot dog, beef jerky, ham sandwich, Swiss rolls, milk, and orange juice? That's awesome, actually. That's kind of sick. Just lovely. What will they think of next? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. 1 pack for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. I hate capitalism because this is like I'm looking at these prices. It's like it's a little overpriced. It's not insane. $6 for a Swiss roll though. Fucking hell. That's insane. The lineup is simply awful. Period. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna Google this actually. This is important. I were to Google, hold on. Swiss roll. And if I were to go to shopping right now, what would be $4? I found a thing of a bunch of them for $36. It's the Little Debbie ones, but still. I found a thing of like a bunch of them for it's 8 boxes for $22. This is one from Japan, I think. This one is actually more expensive than the one there, because with tax, it's $6.31. That's fucking crazy. This one is $7. Oh my god, capitalism, bro. Hold on, let's see what else. Let's look up beef jerky. Hold on, we gotta find out how bad capitalism here. How poorly did this... God damn! Jack Link's beef jerky is $10.99. Oh my fucking god. I mean, it's like Jack Link, so it's like name brand. You're paying for the brand mostly. But like Montana's best beef jerky, $13.99. Fucking there's a fucking bag here for $12.99, and that's a discount. Oh my god, that joke aged poorly. These are all insanely overpriced. Yes. What would ever be so priced as $9 for beef jerky? That's actually crazy. Oh my fucking god. Milk for $7 too. Hold on, I gotta see that. Milk. I'm just gonna look up milk. I don't care. $3, $5, $4, $4, 16, but that's for like 6 little like pouches with straws and shit for like a kid's lunchbox. $3, $6 for fucking... God. This one's just called milk, and they put it in like a thing of like flowers and shit. What the fuck? And they were like pretty, like there were some of them were like $6 and $7. Oh my god. Oh, it's such a bad joke. It's such a badly aged joke. The lineup is simply awful, period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll that little girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Orange juice, $9. $7 hot dog? That's fucking crazy. Swiss roll. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of these. The end of what? Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess? You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh? I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2, after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Oh, there's $1 here. Oh, no, that's a illustration. Okay, my mistake. I mean, I don't really think we need to investigate each thing. I think God damn, we have a lot of shit. I mean... vending machine and Swiss roll crumbs, I feel like that's kind of fucking obvious. Detective Gumshoe got it from the vending machine. The bits of chocolate and cake. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell such a thing? Bitch, we just talked about it!
May not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there. We just fucking talked about it.
The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6? Talk about expensive. We just talked about this, girl.
Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, which we also talked about how that's a poor, like, it aged poorly. The fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. Cool. Glad we figured that. I think I'd have a pretty clear picture of what happened here.
Naturally, after all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And then he dropped it. Then he ate, and as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Which is fingerprint.
Ugh, how could he not have cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable.
Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, then that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
Oh, he didn't have any money on him. But we gave Kay $1. Ooh, things are lining up interesting. We gave Kay $1, which then, with his $5, he got a Swiss roll for the two of them. Huh. I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Not fucking really, but I know why. I want to look at this first.
Doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Okay, well, I thought I'd be able to look at the... Okay, whatever. I know what the thing is. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking area and thing, and let me deduce. $6. Somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold. It actually is with this. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy?
If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found a cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how. Right. Let me look at everything I got here, because there might be something. Lobby 2 window. Windowsill cactus, potted cactus sitting on the hallway windowsill. Its needles are dangerous. No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of... Okay, let's just keep going. Let's keep moving. I want to look at this because I saw it earlier. It's making a most ridiculous looking face. That may... Oh, oops, that was Francisco. Whatever. That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose, but to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use right now. I just wanted to look at it. Can I look at that door? No? Okay. Let's just talk to Bad. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Man, I'm pretty... Oh shit, there's someone here.
Hey! How about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. Detective Gumshoe. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Hold it! Don't... Francisca, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. Okay. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he'd dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something, and that Faraday had said not to let anyone interrupt them. So, what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. To which I did, and to which he did. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once.
Oh, and how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't.
If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? On the seat! That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2 just as I suspected.
You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe.
It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information.
No, we're really not. You're just stupid. The gunshot.
Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not?
Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you.
How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene?
Less than a minute.
What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot?
I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me like with the dignity I deserve or else.
You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare.
Just joking, maybe.
Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave.
Are we about done?
Is there anything else I should ask him about? Time he heard the gunshot, place he heard the gunshot, situation around the gun. Let's ask him the time. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't going to show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or that he'd be late. Just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh?
Interesting. Are we done here? Don't have any time to waste.
Hold it! Hold it! Oh, come on, all you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing.
I
get the sense that he's somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather, that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a little bit longer?
I don't have anything else to say. The two of you guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us. However, may I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation?
Do as you like.
Cool. Awesome. Fuck off, I guess. Fuck, what can we even... It says I've done everything. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. I just want to get the, this thing just real quick so it's on, just in case. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought! I'm sorry!
Alright, she whipped me. Cool. Awesome.
Hello, sir.
Hold on.
Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer?
Nope. Just fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in the case then, huh? It would appear that way. But I have a nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. What about you, dude? Did you find something, officer?
I think there's $5. There's a $5 bill back here.
Come on, just a little more. Is there no one working this crime who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. And I don't need to investigate this. We're done. I already checked. Yeah, we got everything we need out of this. Fast foods and milk. Okay, let's look with my pieces. No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers. Piece of pink trash found on the windowsill of the hallway. Made of rubber. That fucking doesn't feel like it helps much. Fire extinguisher? There are no signs that this fire extinguisher is used in the crime.
If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it?
Francisca, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Alright, well now I need to use my fucking brain. Okay, let's think. Only anything with a window and cactus. That's it, but that's so not it. You know what I mean? Like, that's so nothing. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. And I don't, like, nothing else really makes sense in that sense. Like... No, wrong thing, sorry. Was there like a piece of plastic here that I didn't see? No. Let's talk to Francisca.
Yes, what is it?
Notice anything?
This is a pretty suspicious hallway, but it's nothing compared to the ones at home.
Indeed, because the house itself is a bit too suspicious.
However, even with this much space, there's nowhere for a scruff face to hide. Well, other than the crime scene just beyond those doors.
Francisca, I believe it's much too early to draw any conclusions. We've already proven that Detective Gumshoe was in this hallway the entire time. Now all we need to do is gather more information. To do that, I'll just have to examine everything I see here myself.
But I did that. Investigated. That he already told me I've done enough.
And there's nothing I can really present to him. Detective Bat, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence. Man, I'm pretty.
What a narcissist. He'd rather look at his face than the evidence.
Don't trust your eyes all the time, little girl. I can see the evidence, and keep an eye on the two of you with this mirror.
What? Why don't you answer?
Because I've got nothing to say. That's all. Understood. Why couldn't he have just said that at the beginning? Maybe we talk about the bonus? Nope, it's all the same. Let's try his own testimony. It's just as I said, I have nothing further to add. But if there's one thing a detective honors, it's that you must have confidence in and take responsibility for anything you say. That's what it means to be a detective. In other words, you're just another stubborn horse, aren't you, detective? Okay, cool. We're not getting anything out of him. Which means something. Can we, like, okay, if I look here, yeah, there's no, like, lowering the camera for this.
So then what the fuck?
Windowsill, pink trash. I don't know. What? This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I did? I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon. When the fuck did we see that?
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
That was what the fuck? That one comment that the fucking judge had about, was during a party. Seriously? Alright, this game. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too.
Alright, Francisca, would you care to share what conclusions you've come up to?
Well, why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know.
We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony.
September 10th, 5:15 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Hello, Judge. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended that the prosecutor...
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You even place me under oath if you want.
Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please.
That's so cool. We get to investigate the judge. That's so sick. What I saw at recess.
During the recess, I went to the restroom.
I thought that was it. I thought that was gonna be the whole fucking thing.
Well, during the recess, I went to the bathroom.
All right. I mean, fair enough. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm?
Oh, no, I can't. So used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now.
All right, rebuttal. We know what to do here. I mean, I know what the answer is. I don't know how we get it, though. Recently, I went to the bathroom. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something in the vending machines, but when I saw about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. I'm gonna save because I think I know how you do it here. We just gotta present the handprint, right?
Objection!
No, he didn't disappear. He sat down.
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony?
If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. That's so...
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me.
What is this filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that?
Francisca's like, that's what I'm saying!
Who is the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness.
If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh? Well, that's good. But who was it?
We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints.
Not happy with committing just murder, but he had to go and be a dirty courthouse.
And what the fuck?
He had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty!
Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one.
Yeah.
The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusion to be true.
Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom?
It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to view outside that window. That was delayed.
Whoa!
I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence.
But it was funny, and that's what matters.
Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom.
Then...
It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Hold it! Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try to say it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually, there is. I remember something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? All right, let's see what else he has to say, and also just stammer on about what I saw part 2. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to say earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who's judges the crime of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? I agree, before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry, but honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Now that he mentions it, right before we started the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper go off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson... The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? Whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. You know what would be a sick case for Ace Attorney? For like Ace Attorney 7? Have the judge come in, not as the judge, but like have, because he keeps talking about his grandchildren. Have like his grandchild or his son be the accused. Like, have him be the defendant. That'd be sick. The judge goes to you for help, and it's like, my son, or my grandson, or my whatever, he's been accused of murder. He didn't do it. You need to defend him. You're the only ones I trust. And it's like, oh, whoa, this is weird. It's like we get an actual personal view on the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be cool. And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. I think that'd be sick. Again, Capcom, take my ideas. I'm not gonna sue. I literally don't, like, I want you to use these ideas. I suppose possibly you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. I feel like it does, though. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud bang of a gunshot. Oh, I didn't realize that was the last one. At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony. Francisca. If I'm correct, this testimony is hardly precision quality. I know that. And that's why I said, at this point. I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. Yeah, I knew, I just didn't do it.
Hold it!
I think this is literally the only part to even talk about, really. Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it myself. The bang of a gunshot, I heard it, I just jumped like this, yes? Just like this. It was a quick, Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. No, the gunshot, there was one at a time. I know, I looked. There was no one there. This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out to... Really? Okay, there was other stuff to...
Hold it!
Okay. In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now, hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you reference were left on the bench, do you? Well, you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right, I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge mustn't underestimate him. Doesn't mean a detective. Yeah. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway?
After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right.
Just as I expected.
What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for.
Your Honor, that statement you just made now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony.
Yeah. All right, if you insist.
Ariel, let's see if I looked into the hallway about 20 minutes before we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did Gumshoe say? Someone said something about a time frame. I guess this, right?
Objection!
Yeah. You're wrong. Okay.
I cannot allow you to make an objection.
What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection.
Hey, cats! I've been overruled!
I love that. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible.
Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von...
Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite your... I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that.
Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears.
Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start.
What did you just say?
Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How about you explain this glaring contradiction?
That can't be!
Unfortunately, that is the truth.
But I heard it clear as day! Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot!
The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of connection. A piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, I now understand what the gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what you really produced. It's the balloon.
Take that!
Balloon pop. I found this object in the hallway earlier.
What is that pink substance?
You may not look it, but it's actually a piece of a balloon.
I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record?
I made the sound and everything. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony.
What?
Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there was no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct?
Yes, that's exactly right.
But that's exactly wrong. Huh. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? Sorry, I thought they moved. I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. You stupid, how old your old man?
We'll never know! What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort to put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But it was me. I'd have wrapped this up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Time travel?
Well, to be honest, did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this?
That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. Yep, there's the girl. It's like,
I wanted to trade these coins with you.
that's it. The balloon that girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I'll see to it myself that he is released. Wait, fucking hold on a second there, Judgy. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? Let me just clear his name. Whether we did or just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courthouse. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation for this case. Is that a to be continued, or is that a... I'm gonna treat it as a to be continued. I'm gonna treat that as a to be continued. I wanna wrap up now. So therefore we are going to use this as the time to wrap up. I just saved, but I'll do it again. I don't care. Oh, maybe I fucking didn't. Oh no, that's seconds, not minutes. Never mind. Okay. All right. This is a fucking wild case. It's really, I will say I'm really interested in this case because it feels like we're seeing like a really interesting part of Edgeworth, like, from the past. Seeing the different Edgeworth from, like, you know, how he was in the first few cases of this game to, like, what he is now in, like, the past, or, like, what he came from, I guess, makes more sense to say. It's super, I really like how this case is going. I'm really interested. It's super cool. Regardless, I'm gonna end it now because I got shit to do. I got things to do. So I'm gonna wrap this up. All right. Video on the top right is the last time I played Ace Attorney Investigations, in case this is the first time you're seeing me play and you want to know how I did last case. The thing on the bottom right, YouTube picked out just specifically for you because it knows your taste better than I do because I don't know you. But you know, YouTube probably does. And then the thing by my feet, that's the subscribe button. If you click that, it supports me and it makes me feel good about myself. Also, we're close to 100 subscribers. And I'd really appreciate getting to that number. That's kind of it. Also, I upload... Damn, what the fuck? Sorry, I checked my channel. Apparently the voice thing I did of Gravity Falls, that's at 1K views. Holy shit. Thanks. I don't know if anyone watching this is responsible for that, but, like, thanks. All right, bye-bye.